Use Mayco's designer liner to create fine lines, details, mishima, or a graphite appearance. You can apply it with a brush or the included metal tip. Designer liner is available in a 1.25 ounce squeeze bottle that fits nicely in your hand. It is perfect for lettering and calligraphy. You can create fine lines and outlines, lots of detail. Or how about using a paintbrush and make it more painterly? You can add texture to a design. Designer liner is a rich, pure pigment and does not contain frit, perfect for brushstrokes. Designer liner has the AP seal, indicating it is non-toxic and conforms to the ASTM D4236 and is dinnerware safe with the clear glaze. It also has a wide firing range from cone 06 to 10. Couple of little tips and tricks on how to open up your designer liner bottle and to not lose your pen. First of all, you're going to take your bottle out of the bag that it comes in. You're going to have a little plastic lunch-size Barbie bag with a nib and a pin in it. Also, there's some directions, and we do highly recommend you try reading those. Shake up your bottle of designer liner. Now take off the white cap. You're going to take the nib out of the bag and set it flat on the table. Now you're going to take the plastic applicator, push down once, push down twice. It really pops and opens that. Or my favorite is to take the bamboo skewer, thread it through like a needle. Now you're going to twist on the little metal nib. If you don't want to lose your pins, check this out. Mind-blowing! You have a flag and you're never going to lose that pin. This project is created entirely with designer liners, using the brush and the tips. Let's go! The pattern has already been traced on using Mayco's AC230 clay carbon paper. With the metal tip, it's easy to apply a fine line of designer liner. Next, we're going to use our brush, and in this case it is the round filler. Load it full of water and then brush it up against the designer liner. This rehydrates it and allows us to get that graphite look. We're going to pull the rich color from the out part in towards the elephant's face. See how easy it is to pull and move. Lay your brush down flat with the tip against the glaze and then pull. The brush gets saturated with the rich pigment, and many times you can create lines without adding more designer liner. An easy way of getting beautiful shading, details, and outline. Next, we'll use the enclosed metal tip and start doing fine lines, details, and giving this elephant some personality. You can find this technique on Mayco's website. We have the pattern for the elephant as well as the Day of the Dead skull. See how beautiful and rich these lines are? Of course, in this design, we're using black, but you could use other colors. It's all going to work the same. Designer liner rehydrates easily when you added water to it. The metal tip makes it easy to create fine lines and details. And we must say, this is a bit relaxing, drawing in everything with the designer liner. Now notice we're working directly on bisque. We didn't base coat. You can apply designer liner over a base coated item. However, you want to make sure that you are hovering the tip a little over the project and letting it fall down like you're icing a cake. If you're pushing the nib up against a base coated item, you're going to have a tendency to clog the tip. You can add dots, lines, vines, whatever your heart desires. One tip is make sure that you tip the bottle inverted so the tip is down, and squeeze off onto a palette or a paper towel prior to applying it to your bisque, just to make sure that you don't get any splotches and big spurts. When the project is completed, you're going to apply a translucent or a semi-translucent clear glaze to seal in the project. And here's the beautiful project using the brush and designer liner tips. Designer liner's intended usage is for fine lines and thin application. If applied heavy or like a puffy paint, it can chip off or crack. It could also curl up, leaving you with a very interesting design. probably not what you intended. To correct this, you can apply a thin coat of glaze and refire. Now let's look at all the ways you can use designer liner successfully. Designer liner applied underneath foundation shears at a cone 06. The details and design show through the foundation shears. But look what happens when it's at cone 6. It's stunning. It's actually perfect for writing your name on the bottom of the piece at cone 6 because there's no frit and it won't stick to your kiln shelf. You can use it on hand-built items. It works well on clay or greenware. This is designer liner with underglaze. Notice the glossy, colorful background, but the wings or the details on the crow have no clear glaze, leaving the designer liner to fire matte and textural. This gives you a lovely contrast between matte and gloss. Designer liner will fire matte and textured if there is no clear glaze on top. But if you want it on dinnerware, you do need to apply the clear glaze over the designer liner to make sure that it is dinnerware safe. So let's recap. A designer liner is great for fine lines and details. You can apply it with the metal tip, or you can use a brush for application. And guess what? You can also use it with elements glazes. But look at this. It is awesome on glass. You do need a clear cap over the top of it to seal it for the glossy look. What an amazingly versatile product. And you know what? I never met a color I didn't like.